There are two common ways to represent a camera in 3D. The first one is straightforward. We store the camera position and its rotation angle, yaw, pitch and roll. Transforming object from the world space into camera space is then relatively simple. We translate the world by the camera position and rotate it using the camera orientation. This approach works well when the camera is controlled directly by the player. But it becomes inconvenient when the camera needs to look at a specific point or object. Imagine creating a flyby camera that constantly tracks a moving target. You would need to continuously calculate the correct yaw, pitch and roll angles. Where possible, it quickly becomes cumbersome. This is where the LookAt method comes in. Instead of specifying a camera orientation, we simply provide two positions: the camera position and the target position. The LookAt function then builds a transformation matrix that converts world space coordinate into camera space coordinate. No angle required. So the question is, how do we build this matrix? To answer that, we first need to understand what a position x, y, z actually means in 3D space. The usual answer is move x unit to the right, move y unit up, move z unit forward. That answer is only partially correct. A more accurate description would be move x unit along the right axis, move y unit along the up axis, move z unit along the forward axis. Mathematically, we can write this as a simple formula, where the vector representing directions are right, up and forward. These vectors, right, up and forward, are called basis vectors. Together, they define the coordinate system in which the point is expressed. Now let's apply the same idea to camera. When we talk about a point in a camera space, we are trying to describe the same point using a different set of basis vectors. The camera defines its own coordinate system using these vectors. Just like before, a point expressed in camera space can be represented using this formula. Notice that we are still describing the same point in 3D space. The only thing that changed is the coordinate system we use to describe it. This means that both representations must evaluate to the same position, where right, up and forward are the world space basis vector. Right camera, up camera and forward camera are the camera basis vectors. Px, Py and Pz are the coordinates of the point in world space. Cx, Cy and Cz are the coordinates of the same point in camera space. Our goal is to find Cx, Cy and Cz. Before we do that, let's write the world space equation in a more familiar form. This expression can be expanded component by component. This is simply a system of linear equations, and system of linear equation can be written as a matrix multiplication. Our goal is to find C, the coordinates of the point in camera space. To isolate C, we need to remove camera matrix from the right side of the equation. Matrices do not support division, so instead we multiply both sides by the inverse matrix. We end up with this formula. Since a matrix multiplied by its inverse produces the identity matrix, and multiplying by the identity matrix does nothing, the equation can be simplified. At this point we have a complete solution. The only remaining problem is compute the inverse matrix. In general, matrix inversion is relatively expensive and involves operations such as determinant and adjugate matrix. Fortunately, our camera matrix has a specific property. Its basis vectors are normalized, so the length equals 1, and mutually perpendicular. Such a matrix is called orthonormal. For orthonormal matrix, the inverse is equal to transpose. This is an extremely useful result because computing a transpose is trivial. We simply swap rows and columns. Replacing the inverse with the transpose gives us this. There is one more simplification we can make. Let's take another look at word matrix. Earlier we defined it like this, using word basis vectors. This is how we define word basis vectors. When we put them into a word matrix, then we will get identity matrix. As previously mentioned, multiply by identity matrix does nothing, so we can remove word matrix from equation. Without word matrix, our formula only uses camera matrix. To convert a point from the word space into camera space, we simply multiply it by the transposed camera matrix. Now the only remaining question is, how do we build the camera matrix? To build the camera matrix, we first need to calculate the three camera basis vectors, right, up and forward. The forward vector is the easiest one to compute. It is just equal to our LookAt direction. We knew the camera position and the target position, so forward vector is just derived from them. Next, we need two additional vectors that are perpendicular to the forward vector. A convenient way to construct perpendicular vector is by using the cross product. The cross product takes two vectors and produces a third vector that is perpendicular to both of them. At this point we only have a forward vector. Where do we get the second vector from? We can use a reference up vector, usually the word up direction. As long as it's not parallel to the forward direction, we can use it to compute the camera right vector. Now we have two perpendicular vectors, forward and right. Using another cross product, we can calculate the actual camera up vector. We now have all three camera basis vectors. These three vectors form an orthonormal basis and completely define the camera coordinate system. We can place them into a camera matrix. Since the basis is orthonormal, the inverse of this matrix is equal to its transpose. By transposing this matrix, we obtain the transformation that converts points from world space into camera space. So far, however, we assume that the camera is located at the origin. To handle a camera position anywhere in the world, we first need to translate every point by the camera position. This can be represented by a simple translation matrix. Since both operations are linear transformation, they can be combined into a single matrix by multiplication. Notice that we are expanding matrix by additional row and column. We need to do that to handle translation. Every point multiplied by this matrix is transformed from the world space into a camera space. Once the point is in a camera space, the projection matrix can convert it into a screen coordinates ready for rasterization.